Jason Momoa was born on August 1st, 1979, in Honolulu, Hawaii, but his roots stretch far beyond those shores. Raised by his mother, Connie, in Norwalk, Iowa, while spending summers with his native Hawaiian father in Oahu, Jason grew up immersed in stories of guardianship for the land and culture. He inherited his strong sense of identity from both parents, a blend of Hawaiian heritage and Minnesota grit. It was a duality that shaped not just his personality, but his entire future. He was tall, bronzed, and athletic as a teenager, qualities that drew attention when he was discovered at a surf shop in Maui at age 19. They cast him in a local commercial, and by 1999 he was modeling internationally: Paris, Milan, New York. He landed minor TV roles in shows like Baywatch Hawaii and guest appearances on dramas. But it wasn't until 2005 that filmmakers noticed his raw charisma. That led to his first major break, as the violent and rebellious Ronan Dex in Stargate Atlantis. His muscular physique, braided hair, and imposing yet playful behavior turned him into a fan favorite over 4 seasons. Yet despite that visibility, Jason wasn't satisfied. He wasn't interested in fan service. He wanted authenticity. After Atlantis ended, he drove cross-country in his van to live in Mexico for a year, immersing himself in surfing, music, and self-discovery. It was that spirit of freedom and rebellion that later informed his most iconic role, Aquaman. In 2016, Jason auditioned for the role of Aquaman in Batman vs Superman and stunned casting directors with his audition. He brought swagger, heart, and a sense of mythic presence to a character often ridiculed. When Aquaman hit theaters in 2018, it became the highest-grossing DC film of its time, and Jason Momoa became a global superstar. He carried a 450-year-old trident called Mera, My People, and managed to remain relatable, goofy, kind, and authentically grounded. His Aquaman costume was less armor than statement, a natural bodysuit built for someone who rides waves better than most ride cars. But Jason's story doesn't end at the box office. Outside the suit, he's an activist, martial artist, musician, and father. He married actress Lisa Bonet in 2017, and together they parented 2 children. In interviews, he spoke of his fear of fatherhood and how being Aquaman felt like training for being a dad. Heroic responsibility underneath a sculpted body. He became involved in environmental campaigns, especially around ocean conservation and native rights, causes rooted in his Hawaiian heritage. Jason never shied away from physical transformation. Whether bulking up to 230 pounds for Aquaman or risking his body in live-action stunts, he insisted that action stars still do real action. But his most surprising transformation came in 2025. After keeping his trademark thick beard for 6 years, Jason shaved it all off to reprise a completely different role. Duncan, Idaho in Dune, Part 3. Fans barely recognized him. Without facial hair, the spiked tattoos on his forehead showed clearer. His eyes looked bigger, his speech softer, more vulnerable. He posted a video of the shave that went viral. He joked, "My beard got its own agent." But fans realized this change was more than cosmetic. It proved Jason Momoa can disappear into a role, drop the swagger, and still command empathy. While filming Dune, he trained in swordplay, horseback riding, and Arabic dialect coaching. He described his beard removal as a rebirth, like a warrior shedding armor before a reckoning. That humility echoed his early years as an immigrant kid following his dad across islands. He said that after 6 years of Aquaman's constant noise, he was ready to feel silence again. But this rebirth wasn't just physical. Off-camera, Jason has continued his spiritual search. He purchased a cacao farm in Costa Rica and hosts cacao ceremonies with Cambo frog medicine usage. Ancient Amazonian rituals he studies with indigenous healers. He creates music with percussion instruments and recorded his debut album with his band, playing djembe rhythms in circle with Polynesian chants. He told fans he wasn't just an actor, he was a vessel of ancestral stories. Still, he remains grounded. When social media went wild at his new look, he replied with self-deprecating humor, "I still find the shampoo aisle overwhelming without my beard." He posted the first haircut tattoos ever seen on him, a small crescent moon behind his ear, a homage to his grandmother's moon tattoo. He said it was peaceful to let go. Yet he hasn't completely abandoned the Aquaman persona. When DC suffered delays, he teamed up with James Gunn to launch a TV series set in the underwater world, this time as executive producer. He insisted the Atlantic City set be built entirely around sustainable materials, echoing his eco-commitment. And at Comic-Con 2025, he appeared with mother-of-pearl earrings, a jade necklace, and wearing his iconic Aquaman gauntlets. For nostalgia, yes, but also as a protest. "Show me the ocean I got married to year before last," he told the crowd, referencing his conservation work in Hawaii. His career isn't without scars. In 2022, he had a minor surgery for a shoulder injury on the Aquaman set and praised the unions for proper rest protocols. Critics once speculated about his accent, his acting range, or whether he could carry a romantic arc. But then he filmed Braven, Sweet Girl, and Dune, proving he's more than comedic bravado. In 2023, he starred in a dramatic biopic about boxer Rocky Marciano's rival, embodying both raw aggression and sympathetic depth. Jason's spiritual practice, cacao, ritual, meditation, shaped his parenting and daily life. He talked to his children about privilege, history, and impermanence. He told journalists he wants to square a circle, be big enough for audiences, small enough for his soul. Looking ahead, rumors swirl about a joint project with Lisa Bonet's daughter, her daughter Zoe Kravitz, working on a short film about a surfer commune in Hawaii. He's producing it, shooting on location, and serving as narrator. He said it's time to give voice to Pacific Islander stories. He's also developing a docuseries about ocean ecosystems, partnering with National Geographic for tribal-led conservation models. Jason's voice, once focused on punchlines or action quips, now speaks softly across campfires and island shores. But at Comic-Con, he'll still belt hot girl beard chants when the crowd cheers. He earned the laughter, applause, and tears. He's a paradox, a modern warrior, an activist, a goofy friend, a powerful ally. His life now reads like a hero's journey: humble origins, meteoric rise, backlash, redemption, and a return to core values through reinvention. At 46, he's still evolving. Shaving his beard was more than a look. It was a symbol that every warrior eventually sheds armor. Jason Momoa isn't just Aquaman or Dune hero. He's a reminder that reinvention doesn't erase your origin. It honors it. He's proof that letting go of superstardom can open the door to who you truly are. And that can be more captivating than any CGI trident or crypto-ad-lensed supersuit. His story stays unscripted, because when he sheds the beard, the everything underneath remains real, and audiences are still here to watch the man beneath the legend.